Millions of people in Canada have contributed to the Great War from 1914 to 1918, whether they were soldiers, commanders, manufacturers, doctors, or nurses. Among them, however, the brave soldiers who fought in the air were sometimes neglected by many people because aerial combats happened so quickly. Nevertheless, the Air Force was in fact instrumental to the victory of the Allied forces, and Canadians have contributed greatly to this cause.
Since Canada did not have its own Air Force during the war, Canadian airmen joined the Royal Air Force of Britain. The RAF was founded in 1918, but it originated from the Royal Air Corps and the Royal Navy Air Force. Not only was it one of the strongest air force, it is also the oldest independent air force in the world. By the end of the war, a total of 228,000 Canadians joined the RAF, and that is almost a quarter of the total pilots.
At the beginning of the war, because of the high demand for pilots, many new pilots had insufficient flying lessons and less than 15 hours of solo flying experience. Accident rates were high. After the establishment of the RAF, the training program improved drastically, and every new pilot would complete an 11-month course with over 50 hours of solo flying time. These extensive training will later be essential to the success of the RAF.
In a battle, Air Force is extremely important because it can support its allies in many ways. As a result, the side that has an Air Force support usually has a huge advantage over the others. For example, in the famous Battle of Vimy Ridge, 365 aircraft of the Royal Flying Corps were employed. The aircraft provided artillery spotting, took photographs of enemy trench systems, troop movement, and gun emplacement, and allowed the backline to have an accurate target for bombardment. In the end, the battle ended with a victory for the Canadians, but without the support of the Air Force, the victory would come at a much greater cost.
In the RAF, Canadians excelled in aerial combat. William Bishop, for example, was a top Canadian ace in World War I, credited with over 72 victories. He started as a mounted infantry soldier, but he transferred to the Royal Air Corps in 1915 and became an aircraft fighter in a Royal Aircraft Factory SE-5. Interestingly, he wanted to be an aircraft fighter simply because he believed that dying in the aircraft would be a noble death. He participated in the Battle of Vimy Ridge and was awarded the Military Cross. Later, he was awarded the Victoria Cross for a solo mission behind the German backline, where he shot down 3 aircrafts by himself.
Another top Canadian ace, William Barker, started off as a probationary observer for Royal Flying Corps. During his service in the Italian front, he was known for his successful missions in which he dropped Italian spies safely behind enemy lines while flying close to the ground, which was considered a very difficult maneuver. Because of his high successful rate in spy dropping and 33 proven victories, Barker was awarded the Silver Medal for Valor by the Italian king, the highest award any non-Italian can receive. In addition, during his flying missions, he spotted Axis movement in the Western Front multiple times and enabled the Allies to quickly respond. Like William Bishop, Barker was also awarded the Victoria Cross.
It is evident that the Canadian air fighters and the Air Force have made a huge impact on World War I. They were one of the integral driving forces behind the ultimate victory of the Allied nations, and we shall never forget their contributions and sacrifices.